It's Deprogrammed. My name is Justin, and I'm a guy, and I'm standing right in front of this camera, and I'm looking right into your soul. I guess you could call me a host. Sure. I'm one of the players of this game show, because that's what it is, really, when you break it down to its core. Deprogrammed is a game show. We like to play a little bit of a game. You know what? I like T-shirts. How do you feel about T-shirts? If you love T-shirts, you can go to radiofradio.com/shop. $20 gets you a double middle fingers T-shirts. Wear your DMF proudly. They're coming soon. We've got Matt Holloman of Hollow Matt Screen Printing. He's printing them up, hopefully as we speak. It's a busy time of the year for him. But we should have those in hand soon. One more, and we get to officially become a pirate station. I don't know if I should be broadcasting that. We're getting a transmitter, a legal one, like a little 5-watt thing that'll get us around the neighborhood. But we are definitely going to be invading some FM dials soon enough. We're going to study, and we're going to make it as legal as possible. I've looked into this stuff. Thank you, Dustin. Appreciate it, man. We're talking heads today. Ooh, say that one 5 times fast. We're talking heads today. I've got James and Bryan with me. How are you guys doing?
All right, man.
Yeah.
So, let me talk about my experience with this, because I literally had to put mine together today.
I'm not gonna lie. So did I. I put mine together today.
Same thing.
See, for you guys, you guys had familiarity, or at least somewhat.
Yeah.
I knew nothing. But honestly, I feel like it worked out better this way, because I had to be a little bit more harsh with some of the songs.
Yeah.
If they didn't catch me right away, I had to cut them. But the ones that hit me, I just put them through. I was like, yes. I didn't have to sit there and contemplate and have these murderous conversations with myself with, man, I really like this song, but man, I really like this song. Man, I really like this song. And other than, the last 2 or 3, I had a pretty easy time putting this together. I will say, when initially we decided we were going to do Talking Heads, I initially tried to start listening to 7/7, and the first 2 or 3 songs didn't get me, which was weird, because I started listening to them again today, and I'm like, oh man, I like this.
Yeah.
So it must have just been the mood I was in, and it just didn't hit me the right way. Again, I knew nothing about Talking Heads except for your basic your
Cool. Yeah.
your basic things.
Same as it ever was.
Yeah. And Weird Al. I've thought a lot about Weird Al while I'm listening. Not that it necessarily sounds like it, just
No.
I thought about him a lot.
Yeah.
Of course, that's also me every day.
Anytime you can think about Weird Al, it's a great day.
Yes, that's true. That's every day of my life. I listen to Weird Al or think about Weird Al.
He's great.
But so Talking Heads is one of the few bands where you said, if you do not have me, I'm going to be upset.
Yes. Yeah.
And I mean, you were a little upset about Devo. You were a little upset about
was.
Smashing Pumpkins.
I was.
But this one, you said, if you don't, this is going to affect our friendship.
Yeah. I will unfriend you in real life for realsies.
So let's talk about this. What is it about Talking Heads that makes Bri go?
Well, I want to tell a story, but it involves my number one. So if we can get right into it, I can tell the story.
Okay, well, let me set up. Let's talk to James real quick about you and your Talking Heads, right. James.
Well, for me, it's kind of weird, because you're mentioning Weird Al, and growing up, living somewhere in Norfolk, wherever it was, I would ride around my bike with 3 cassettes, in constant rotation. It was no shit. The Chipmunks' Greatest Hits.
Yeah,
I don't know how old I was. Weird Al's even worse.
Ooh, yeah.
And the name of this band is Talking Heads, which I had grabbed from my mom. So it was that double set of 4-piece, 10-piece. I don't know what it was, but that was just and I knew about them because I would go over to a friend's house, and whenever we'd get bored, his dad would pop on Stop Making Sense. It was like, oh, you got nothing else to do? Let's just put this on. I was like, okay, yeah, this is awesome. I didn't even know what the hell was going on. I look at it now, and I'm thinking, what did I see in this when I was 9 or 10 years, or however old I was? I was like, this is just weird. Maybe that's what it was. But so doing this was murder, because I had that name of this band is Talking Heads just in my head forever growing up. And so I'm listening to some of the songs on 77 and more songs about buildings and food and going, these are really great songs. Oh, fuck. I had 49 songs last night. And I was just going, I've got to cut 30 of these.
It took me those first 2 records. I liked them just fine, but none of them struck me like once you get past Buildings of Food.
Yep.
Right.
I can't remember the order from there. Which one comes right after?
It's Fear of Music. Then oh my God.
And then I think it's Speaking in Tongues.
No, it's Remain in Light, Speaking in Tongues.
There you go. Yeah.
And then
those 3 right there. I'm like,
oh, absolutely.
I'm like, holy shit, what am I going to do?
Yeah, no, I mean, Brian and I were talking about it before the show. It's like there's almost like an advanced studies section for Talking Heads where you can get into the early stuff and just be like, okay, yeah. And then they throw you this left hook, like with those 3 albums, and you're just like, what the fuck just happened to this band?
Yeah. Like, it's a bold to go from a pretty standard post-punk, an intellectual post-punk band to go to introduce African music in your 3rd record and just like open with it and stay with it your entire
and just like
career.
really weird synth stuff, and it's
like
just crazy.
electric guitar is on that record. Like it's a weird record.
Yeah. So the name of the game is Deprogrammed, and what we do here is we take 3 panel members, as it were, 3, 4, depending on the week, and we're going to talk about songs that each of us liked. We each put together 20 songs, and we're going to put up a song. If it ends up on 2 of ours, it comes for the conversation later. If it's on all 3 of ours, it's unanimous to the top 10, the starter kit of the Talking Heads this week. I'm curious to see because, let's see, I still think 7 is the record. Steely Dan and Ben Folds both had 7.
Nice.
All right.
I know we had a 0 one week.
Ooh.
What the hell was that? Was it the
remember.
Frogs?
It was Insane Clown Posse.
Actually, no. ICP was actually relatively easy. Let's see. The Frogs ended up being.
That's
because no one knows how magnets work. So that was easy.
Yeah, I don't know if you've listened to the Frogs episode.
I caught a little bit of it with Matt, just like, what the fuck am I listening to?
So it's like it ended up being I had to go to bat for like them as a band instead of it being a discussion. It was all on me to try to sell.
Really, you guys?
No, really, you guys.
I really mean this.
No, this song about gay dudes, so awesome.
It is. That's the problem. It's hard to say. Like, I don't know. I love the Frogs, and I stand by my decision to love them, and I will forever and always love the Frogs. This was easier. This will be easier because we have some discussions that we can get into here. So
yeah.
We'll let Brian go first because he has a story attached to his number 1, and then we'll go around the room.
All
right. It's the early 90s, maybe mid 90s. I have no concept of past time, but I know me and my sister we were on a road trip with my parents. We were going down to I don't remember where, but we were in Mobile, Alabama. It was the first hotel room that my parents had gotten for me and my sister by ourselves, but they had the adjacent room, so we felt like grown-ups and shit.
Right.
Because we had our first hotel room. And there was this like music video show on in the hotel room. It was a motel to be more specific, but and the number 1 video they played was a live cut of Psycho Killer from Stop Making Sense.
Right.
And I saw that video, and if you've never seen it, do yourself a favor and stop listening to this and go watch it.
Yeah.
Or after.
Trust me,
YouTube.
I'll probably still be here telling the story when you get back, but I had never seen anything that inspiring in my life, and that was the moment that I knew I wanted to be an entertainer and a musician. Just watching him go out there by himself, and when the drum rolls and stuff, he convulses and kind of twitches, and I was amazed. And if you watch The Gloom when we play Sugar Daddy at the end of it, when I do the convulsing thing, that's exactly a direct tribute to Talking Heads.
That's where it comes from.
Yeah. So that is the most that was the moment I knew I wanted to be an entertainer and a musician. Like separately, not together, but separately. Mainly an entertainer, but musicianship second, maybe. So, but yeah, that is my number 1 with a bullet, but only the Stop Making Sense version, because the album version I've grown to really hate because of it's like the hipster Freebird now.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
But yes, so that is my number 1.
And that version's on my list. I was like, do I do the Stop Making Sense version or do I do the other one? And I was like, no, you got to do the live one.
Yeah, it's powerful, man.
Well, I don't have it, but it was the live version that almost, because I listened to the album version, I'm like, what's so great about this song? And then I went through and I'm listening to the live version. I was like, oh my God, okay. I think I could probably it ended up not making it, but yeah, it was. I actually really liked Stop Making Sense. I'm glad you pushed for that.
It's the second video I ever bought in my life was Stop Making Sense.
Yeah, I think I've gone through every format with that thing.
Yeah. It's the greatest concert movie ever made.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned.
So we're pushing that through to the conversation. Again, it was actually a really close one for me. James.
All right. I'll play with some honorables before I go into the top. I don't know why. I'm gonna go with The Big Country. It's like a really sarcastic song. He's singing about the fields and the farmland and all this stuff, and then you realize, nope, he hates all that shit. He likes living in the big city, and I mean I'm pretty sure that's where David Byrne's lived his entire life.
And that's a recurring theme in a lot of Talking Head songs.
He's been to RISD. He lives in New York now. He just if he gets bored, he's just like, yeah, I'm just gonna go and do something in New York. I joke with my sister-in-law, who lives in New York, that when they move to the city, they give you a booklet of the things that David Byrne is going to be doing this year. He's done so much in that goddamn city. The first time I went there, he had built. You remember playing the building?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I played the building. I was like, fuck yes, I'm in New York. I'm going to play the building.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to plank on this piano for like 5 seconds and say I did it. So, Big Country. It just because of that, because he is basically a city man and is all he's ever going to be.
Yeah.
Now, I've got it. I don't have any of that to go with it. Again, with these discoveries, I feel bad because it's like I liked that song. Like that's pretty much going to be the extent of all of my explanation for all of these songs.
Yeah.
But at that point in time in my listening experience, there was nothing else like it on any of the records, and I'm like,
right.
It stood out immediately. I'm like, okay, cool. So this one's got my attention. And then when I came back to it later, I'm like, yeah, this one.
Yeah, I mean, it's Bryan and I, or maybe it was somebody else, was talking about how it's how Little Creatures is him bringing the American music to what he'd been doing before, and this song is kind of like that. It's it's got a little country twang and whatever, and you think, oh, he's really gonna love the city. No, not at all.
It narrowly missed my honorables, honestly.
Oh.
It was one of those heartbreaking cuts I had to make. So,
all right, so taking a look at mine, and this one's specifically the live one too, because I liked the album version, but when I went to listen to the live version, I'm like, no, this is the one. If I'm gonna pick the song, this is the one I want to bring to bat. It's Cross-Eyed and Painless.
ooh, I have the album version
I have the
my
live,
top. Yeah.
That one's in my honorables with the live version.
So we're putting it through.
I'm fine with the live version. I mean, I'm fine. My list could have been all of Stop Making Sense, to be quite honest, because I had to push myself to not do that. So.
Again, like I listened. The album version brought my attention to it, and then like as I'm listening to Stop Making Sense, I'm like, I like this one better.
Yeah.
So it had a different energy to it when it was live.
Yeah.
All right, Brian.
Girlfriend is Better, the Speaking in Tongues version.
Didn't make it.
Oh.
I think that might be one that I've always fought with, or maybe not. I mean, like I said, this is, or maybe I didn't say, this is like Matt with the New Pornographers the last time he was here. He's like, they're all great songs.
Yeah.
How am I supposed to pick which one?
Yeah.
Yeah, he had.
I mean, it's where Stop Making Sense came from. So I mean, that's the titular track to that song.
Yeah.
So.
I've got it. I've got Girlfriend is Better. James.
It's so funky.
Yeah. All right. Let's go with shit. Let's just go ahead and say This Must Be the Place.
Absolutely.
Yep.
It's
Top
their,
10.
It's their only love song.
Yeah.
Jenny
top 10.
Zell is now happy that I said that. And if it's not in the list, then we've done something wrong.
No, it's absolutely my top 10.
Yeah, I got it too. See, I'm trying to like sort these out in my head, like what they sound like. I think this was like the first song that I heard that I was just like, yes, this one, yes. Memories Can't Wait.
Narrowly missed my list.
Same
Great
with,
song though.
Yeah, same with me.
Oh,
Yeah.
See, and here's where I had a problem. I started doing a little bit of research like afterwards because I wanted to make sure I'm not picking like all.
Greatest hit songs.
Yeah, and then I did.
Oh wait, shit. Guess what, Justin? It's on my list.
Oh.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Is it honorables or top?
It's top.
Okay.
It's the
Okay.
Like I said, 96 songs, love them all, have to cut them down to 20.
Yeah.
What did I write
Yeah.
down? Oh, the one he just said.
Yeah.
I don't feel so bad about it now. As a matter of fact, I haven't missed one yet, so I'm feeling okay. All right, Brian.
All right, my third favorite. I'm going in order of my list. Is like my fondness for these songs. My only one from Naked, and it's Nothing But Flowers.
Yeah.
Which I think is the best version of him and his lust for the city, and it's also his condemnation of nostalgia in a way. Like, you look back and want to live in a simpler time, but the simpler times were complicated, and the complicated times were actually simpler if you look back, if you give enough time to anything. But anyway.
Yeah, I mean, that song I didn't hear until Clerks 2. And
I think that's why I love Clerks 2 so much.
yeah, and so I'm watching it going, man, that is a great David Byrne song. What album is that on? Oh, wait, no, it's the Talking Heads album I've never listened to.
I fucking love that song.
There's a point in that album where you do kind of feel like, though, it's like David Byrne doing David Byrne.
Oh, yeah.
Before he wanted to do David Byrne.
Yeah.
But
So that was what I was feeling on that record because
yeah.
that one didn't hit me.
Well, they weren't exactly gelling as a band anymore at that point.
They quietly broke up like a couple weeks after the record came out and didn't announce it until a couple years later, actually.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
I
now
think
it makes sense.
I think his famous quote about getting the Talking Heads back together is he says it's kind of like a peanut butter and mayonnaise sandwich. He's like,
Ew.
it's just not going to work.
Yeah.
It
Tina
could.
and Chris do not like David Byrne.
No,
I think he gets along with Jerry still, but that's it.
Have you seen the video where they're showing Tina and Chris the documentary Now footage?
No.
And they're just sitting there like, oh yeah, he did that. It's like he told us to wear certain colors, and then he comes out in that big ass suit. Oh god, it's basically they're just like, what an ass.
Also, one of the reasons why I wear suits. That, him and Elvis Costello.
Wow.
Yeah.
I learned so much about Brian with this program.
David Byrne is irreplaceable in my life.
Look at that. All right, James.
Let's go with Wild Wild Life. We kind of discussed that.
I don't give a fuck if it's a single. I fucking love that song. It's in my top 10.
No, as I said in the previous discussion, it's like the pop meets the art side of him. He's got those weird lyrics going through it, completely non sequitur, and it's just got that big ass sound. I love that song.
I got it.
And
I love the lyrics of that song. Like it's kind of mocking like Wall Street corporate jobs and stuff, and how I don't know. It's great. It's sarcastic as hell.
It's like that and Puzzling Evidence I had to fight over, and I kind of felt like, well, if I don't put this and I put Puzzling Evidence on, I'm just gonna be like, I'm gonna regret that.
So we've already got 3 in, gentlemen.
Well, there we go.
Look at that. We're doing all right here.
Talking Heads are bringing people together.
I think this is where I'm gonna probably start taking misses. Maybe I go right here. This was one of the standouts from '77 for me. I'm gonna go with Pulled Up.
God damn it, that was one of the 49.
Oh really?
Yeah. It missed my top 30 cut actually.
Oh man, I don't feel so bad about it then. It wasn't just some song that Justin's an idiot for liking.
No, dude.
No,
this is gonna be one of the things where it's like, God, it's a good song. I hate it.
Yeah,
I hate to cut it.
And a lot of the name of this band is Talking Heads is that early stuff, and so I have all those like Air before I even knew about Fear of Music. I'm listening to that and just going, man, this is so great. And I'm like 10. I'm not saying that as a snob. I'm just like, man, I really like this.
Yeah.
And I never followed up on them until much later in my life.
I was about 10 when I saw that video too.
Yeah.
Wow. Brian, good sir.
I don't care which version. I kind of slightly prefer the Stop Making Sense version, but I put the album version on here just so I wouldn't keep jerking off on Stop Making Sense. Heaven. I love that song.
Oh, that's
Heaven,
good.
Heaven was a good one. That had to go on there.
Yeah.
I don't have it, but it was so fucking good.
I really do like the Stop Making Sense version better. But
Yeah, I was fighting over the live one, and the Heaven one has a little bit more, I guess maybe it's a reverb going through it, and the Heaven one just feels a little bit more, I guess you'd want to say, authentic.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right, James.
Fuck it, I'm gonna say Life During Wartime.
I
know Brian's like, oh, it's a single.
No, I got it, dude.
Oh.
I have it. It's in my honorables. I have the Stop Making Sense version.
All right.
Only because of the keyboard intro to it.
Okay.
By Bernie Worrell. Oh, I love Bernie Worrell from Parliament. So
Yeah.
and anything he plays on is the greatest thing in the world. So. No, absolutely, that's fine.
I don't have that one. I don't have that one. I argued with myself for a long time about this one, but it was literally one of the last ones. It may have been song 20. It may have been the last song I put in. Ultimately, I like the name. I liked that it went with. It's direct. Road to Nowhere.
Yep.
Yeah.
Top 10. Don't care.
Yeah, that was in my list.
It's completely relevant right now.
Yeah. Right.
That I think that's probably the only Little Creature song that I can probably stand. I've had so many of them. Well, no, okay. I have a problem.
I have another one on here, but it's an honorable, and it's honestly I only kept it if I couldn't have one of the songs included, so it's not on there now. So
Okay.
it just got cut on air.
Nice. Well, gents, before we even start this next round, we've already got 4 through.
Nice.
All right, Brian.
Love is a Building on Fire. Ooh. Technically from 77, but it was a single before. Jerry Harrison's favorite guitar work. Ironically, he didn't play on it because he wasn't in the band at the time. But that's his favorite guitar riff from the band.
Don't have that one.
Nor do I.
It's pop. It's like post-punk bliss for me. I don't know.
No, I don't have it.
I can't define love if it's not love. That's a deep line to me for some reason.
One of the biggest problems I had with those first 2 records is I couldn't get behind his voice enough to like listen to his lyrics. Like, that's what hit me like come the 3rd record. Like I started paying attention to lyrics more.
There's a quote from him that I always use. He said in an interview with himself, he did, because he's a goddamn genius, that the better singer you are, the less serious people take what you have to say.
Oh.
And that's something that Tom York from Radiohead hates about his voice, that it's so pretty, because he wants to have a better, like a more David Byrne, Neil Young kind of voice, but he actually genuinely has a pretty voice, so he feels like he's get taken it seriously with what he says.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Oh. I mean,
sorry, you guys need to shut me up after a while.
No. I mean, this is the stuff I like to know. Those are the things I like about this show, especially on these Discovery apps where I didn't know anything about this band going in.
Yeah.
So like the more information I have, I can now go back with, because this was basically a sweeping pass. Like I just kind of listened and just kind of picked a couple songs.
Yeah.
Now I can go back and listen again with a little bit more knowledge and a little bit more connection. So I like that stuff.
Although I will say, ironically enough, I do like his more refined voice he had on the mid 80s records, where he did kind of, his voice did improve a little bit.
Yeah.
Because it is a little jarring on the first 2 records.
Yeah, you've got all those yelps and stuff like that, and that might be a little off-putting to someone at the very beginning.
Once Remain in Light came around, he was like a solid singer at that point.
And you know, it's not even a knock on the first 2 records. It's just I was paying more attention to the music on those rather than listening to what he had to say. So, James?
I'll play another True Stories cut, and I'll go with Dream Operator.
That is in my honorables. I love it.
Yeah.
I fucking love it.
Gents, we're halfway there already. Look at that. 5 through.
I couldn't cut it. I cut Puzzle and Evidence for that one, actually.
Yeah, I mean, and that's kind of the thing. It's just like, there's quite a few True Story songs that I really like. And, I mean, Dream Operator is just...
That piano is just fucking beautiful.
It's the whole thing. It's the fact that... Is it on the soundtrack where they play it on the glass harmonica, or is that on the songs from True Stories?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's just weird.
I think it's on songs from True Stories.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you brought up Tom York, and
I will again for another song if it's done on the list.
I think it's about to be.
I mean, I saw the name of the song, and you know, initially I thought, well, you know, maybe this was like an influence. It didn't appear to be. Radiohead.
That's where they got their name from.
Yeah. So
I cut that one.
I
You guys,
unfortunately cut that one too.
yeah, that one gets a little jarring at the end, and I just go, yeah, it's really great, but I don't know that I need the guy screaming at me.
All right, Brian.
We did say Cross-Eyed and Pandas already, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. This is actually where my solo moniker came from. Death in Television.
All right.
I misheard the words to the song "Found a Job" where he says "Damn that television." The first time I heard it, I thought he said "Death in Television," and it always stuck with me, and that's where that came from. But it's the Stop Making Sense version, which I like slightly better.
I don't even remember that. I mean, I'm sure it is, but yeah, it's on mine for the album version.
Yeah. Either way, it's great. But
Yeah.
I'm just so in love. Like that's the first song on that soundtrack and movie that they're all together. That's the first song that Jerry comes out and plays on. So
Yeah, no, that song, it just makes me think about people who do shit themselves.
yeah.
Which song was it?
Found a Job.
Found a Job.
It's about having, well, I don't know if it's really a shitty relationship, but no, they can't find anything on television, so they just start making television.
Yeah.
And then it makes them work again, as the song says. It makes better television also.
I did not have that, but it is in the conversation. We are doing exceptionally well, gentlemen. James.
I'm gonna play a single. Why the hell not? Burning Down the House. I mean, we can all say fuck it.
It's not anywhere on my list. I don't hate it though.
You know what? I wanted to hate it just because it was the one I knew.
I mean, and
it's a fucking great song.
It
and
really
in a
is.
way, it's kind of playing the game because it's a single. Everybody knows it, and if you don't like it, then you probably just don't like this band. But yeah,
I actually
It's
had.
perfect. I don't get it.
I really had to wrestle with it because I had it. I want to say up until I was down to like 25, 26 songs.
I didn't include it in another big single of theirs just because I wanted to, I just wanted to not deal with it.
no, I
But
had that same dilemma.
I don't hate you at all. I'm not going to argue with it.
I mean,
This isn't
it's
creep.
No, it's not creep.
no.
Okay. All right. So now, I still feel really, really good about the game I've played so far. So I'm gonna go with Once in a Lifetime.
I mean, it's on my list.
That was the other one I took off just for principle. I didn't
really?
have that and Burning on the House.
Yeah. See,
Great song though. Love it.
I was looking at the single. Look, I had it on my list before I realized. I went and looked, and I'm like, well, shit. Now I've got like a shitload of greatest hits, basically. But I didn't realize it was a single.
Yeah,
so.
that was the second video I ever saw from them. Where he has like the glasses on, the suit, doing Same As It Ever Was, and I was like, I fell even more in love. So
Did you say you did, James?
Yeah, it's on my list.
All right.
I mean, it's once in a lifetime. It's
Yeah.
if it isn't everyone's intro, it's like their second intro.
Oh. I guess I missed all of that. So, Brian?
all right, let's get a little obscure here. Swamp.
Cut it.
I love it. Even though technically it was a single for the Risky Business soundtrack, I still love it. It's a great song. It's a weird fucking tune, man.
No, it is. I mean, it kind of to me it almost kind of sticks out in their discography because it's just so swampy.
Yeah. I love it. Is that anywhere on yours?
I don't have it. Nope. James.
All right, I feel like I'm going like a lot. I'll play another Stop Making Sense cut, and that's What a Day That Was.
Ooh. See, I didn't include that because technically it's a David Byrne song, but it is being played by the Talking Heads there because they play a Tom Tom Club song, and
Okay,
the
see,
agreement was that he gets to play one of his songs.
See, I didn't
that was
know
from
that.
the soundtrack. Yeah, that's a David Byrne solo track.
Well then,
But I wanted to include it in a technicality because it is technically being played by the Talking Heads in that. So
Speaking of the Tom Club,
was
that's
go-
a great cover.
yeah,
I almost included it.
I was gonna wonder if someone was gonna play Genius of Love, but
I did not, but I loved it. I loved the cover. I thought
I
it was
would
great.
I
Well, I
would
mean,
allow
it-
it. I would allow it.
it technically is the Tom Tom Club. David
Yeah.
Byrne's nowhere on that stage.
Yeah, he's changing into the big suit.
Oh.
Yep.
See, these are things I wouldn't know. All right. Let's go with Creatures of Love. I'm okay if I start making the big whiffs now because we're halfway through. We've got a decent amount in the combo.
Yeah, it wasn't on my list. It wasn't
Yeah.
even really considered. to be
I'm
quite
familiar, but yeah, I cut it.
honest.
I'm still proud of the game I've played. You guys can't bring me down. Brian, you're up.
All right. Let me. Born Under Punches. The heat goes on.
Don't like that one.
Cut it.
Oh, it's.
I mean, no.
You're such a sucker for opening tracks. I figured you would
know.
have been all about that one.
I feel like I only grabbed like one opening track on. I think I consciously went against opening tracks.
Yeah.
This time.
Huh.
I gotta say, opening tracks, closing tracks, not the Talking Heads' strongest points.
And maybe that's what it was.
Yeah.
Maybe they just didn't grab me like that. And I don't know. I noticed when I picked one. I was like, oh, this one's an opening track. I couldn't tell you which one it is now, but maybe I already played it. Shit.
No.
James?
Well, I'll play an opening cut, and it's their I guess technically their first opening cut, and that's "Uh-Oh, Love Comes to Town."
Almost put it on there, but I didn't.
Yeah, it's poppy, it's funky, it's still incredibly weird.
That's weird that you had that one, but not "Love Is Building on Fire."
Yeah, I don't remember it all that well. So but yeah, that one it almost sounds like a 70s funk song, but one of those like Jackson 5 70s funk songs.
Yeah.
But it's obtuse.
What's funny
it's
is
not about love at all.
What's funny is I didn't like it at all the first time I was trying to listen to it. And then when I went back today and I was like, okay, I was completely wrong. I really like it. I mean, it ultimately didn't make my list, but like it made it easier today as I was listening, because if you're doing something like this and the first two songs are strikes, like you get to that third song and it suddenly becomes work.
Yeah, like please be better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please clap.
So, let's see. Speaking of, let's see if I can keep striking out over here. I'm Not in Love.
Almost.
No, I didn't make that one.
I actually cut a lot from that album.
I still feel
fortunately.
Good. I still feel good. We've already got 5 through, and we've got a decent amount in the combo. So
it's only because I love speaking in tongues so goddamn much that I had to cut a lot of buildings and food. I
feel like I tried to jam a couple buildings and food in there because I'm looking at it. I can't remember which one I was going heavy on. It may have been Fear of Music. I was going pretty heavy on, and I'm like, well, I should probably get some of these other ones in here. I find myself overplaying the game sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just go with your ear, go with your gut.
Yeah.
Brian.
Thank you for sending me an angel.
Oh, that
thought about it.
Yeah. Deep thought on that one. I seriously.
It could go either way with the Stop Making Sense version or the album version. I went with the album just so I wouldn't again jerk off all over that live record.
That's him and Tina, right?
That's him, song? Tina, and Chris comes out on that song.
Okay.
That's why I love the Stop Making Sense version better, because the drums are just so much more defined on it.
All right.
I don't know. I love it. Go watch Stop Making Sense. Seriously, everyone.
And then cry for some reason.
James?
I'll play The Great Curve.
I just missed my goddamn list.
That's in my.
I'm actually really hating myself for not putting it on
that's
here.
number 8 in my top. I'm an Eno guy. I don't know.
And everyone should be. That's also why Tina and Chris hate him. It was the beginning of the end when him and Eno started working together a lot.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm down to my last 7, it seems. I think. I feel like this may have been the only thing I pulled from Naked, so I think maybe I'll play this here.
I have 5 left.
I think I probably have like 6.
Okay, so we're all round about the same place. This one stuck out to me because of its name, and then I feel like neither of these things were anywhere in the song. Hey, I could be wrong. I could be misremembering, if that's a word, right? Saxon Violins.
I almost put it on there. It's technically a David Byrne song that they added to Naked afterwards.
Oh.
But, yeah.
See, these are things I don't know.
Yeah.
And nor would I, because I didn't listen to Naked. But like maybe a few seconds. I was like, okay, yeah, this song. See, my thing with Naked was it felt like it was almost repeating themselves. I know they, hey, we're going to go over here and then do the music, and then you'll come in later and write the words. But I just felt like those last 2 records, or my misunderstanding of those last 2 records, were repetition. Or like glossed over Talking Heads with Little Creatures.
I would agree with you on Naked. I think it's a lazy David Byrne record. I think he reluctantly went back and did that. and that's why every song is just big band jazz basically the whole time. But yeah, I don't hate anything about the Talking Heads or David Byrne. So.
All right, James.
Let's say People Like Us.
Nope.
I think it's one, the John Goodman version,
Oh.
and two,
God, I love John Goodman.
and two, just the album version. I think most of the stuff that's left is from True Stories on my list,
Everyone go watch anything with John Goodman in it.
and especially True Stories.
Yes.
I'm just a big old teddy bear of love or whatever.
It's
it
like
is
two
he
of my
says.
favorite things in the world together, David Byrne and John Goodman. So go watch True Stories, everybody. After you watch Stop Making Sense.
Yeah, that should be your order of operations.
Yes.
I don't know which one I should play here. Really thinking on this one. How about The Lady Don't Mind?
Yeah.
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 That's a Little Creatures meh.
Okay. Brian?
Making Flippy Floppy.
Oh my God. Again,
Everybody, get in line.
Stop Making Sense is what sold me on that. I almost put it through because I loved the live version, and
Yeah.
I don't even know what the ultimate thing where I was like, oh, I'm not gonna put it through.
This is one of the only ones I prefer the album version.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Huh?
I actually prefer the rare 12-inch version. I'm going to start working off. I have all the rare 12-inch mixes of all these songs. I actually prefer this must be the place version of that one too. But yeah.
No, it's not on my list, but I'll allow it. I mean, it is. No, it's one of the ones that's like.
Is it on yours?
It's not. It's
Oh.
not. Like I said, it came back into contention when I listened to the live version. James.
All right. I'm running out here. I'll play another True Stories. City of Dreams.
Almost. I really like that record, man.
Yeah.
So what we'll do is, I've got 5, so you should be somewhere in like the 3 or 4 range.
I have
right.
4 left.
Okay.
Oh no. Yeah, I have 4 left.
So what we'll do is because I guess James would probably.
I've got 3.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll do 3 just rapid fire.
I think you skipped me once because I started to tell a story and it sounded like yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's fine. It's no big
I'm
deal.
also a dick. So
No, it's totally fine. No one cares if I talk less, dude.
I'm gonna go ahead and fire myself immediately, and unfriend myself on the Facebook machine.
Blocked.
Blocked. Cities.
I cut it on the way here,
Oh man.
and
Because you knew I was gonna have it.
because again, I think it's the same theme of the romanticizing of city life, and I thought it was better realized in Nothing But Flowers. But
All right, Brian.
I'll go from opening track from that record, E Zimbra.
Oh my God.
Immediately being extremely diverse. Just on the opening track on your 3rd record and making people that would probably never have heard African music just inundate with them. It's just brilliant.
and I would throw that in my advanced studies course.
Yeah.
That's
And
just
again,
me.
Bernie Worrell is the greatest keyboardist of all time.
It's one of the reasons I changed my mind about the band. I didn't put it through, but like I'm like, oh okay, so yeah, okay, this is gonna be different. I can dig this. Like I said, I ended up, I feel like 2 or 3 other songs. I feel like I ended up putting Fear of Music. I feel like I put through, and that's a track 1. And it's weird that I didn't just go ahead and put that one through.
I think I cut Cities for that one because you're a track 1 guy and I wanted it to get a little love. So
See,
backfired.
Look at us. James didn't have it.
Did not have it.
Okay.
Fuck.
You were up.
I'm down to my singles, so they're not even gonna make it.
Okay.
I am down to not singles.
Yeah, I've got Take Me to the River, the More Songs version.
Yeah, I didn't.
No, I don't have that.
Yeah.
All right. Mind.
Yeah, didn't make it.
Yeah, I'm not worried. We've got a decent discussion here.
Yeah.
Brian.
Don't worry about the government.
Ooh.
Oh, I wanted to put that one in.
I feel like that one
That one-
completely slipped through me.
Yeah. Yeah. That one.
Great
That
song.
one. That one could go in. Again, that's my. This is the name of this band is Talking Heads Association.
Yeah.
Of having that song just repeated over and over and over between the Chipmunks and Weird Al.
James?
I think this is my last one, and it's another single, and it's Once in a Lifetime. So let's just throw it out. Let's just throw it in the garbage.
Actually, no, we already said that one.
Yeah,
We just said that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
How the
already in
hell
the
did
I think it's probably already on the list.
Then I'm played. That's it. That's
I
it
was
for
the only
me.
one that didn't have that one.
Yeah, it's already in the
All right,
conversation.
then that's it for me.
All right,
I'm
so I'll just blast through these. I've got 3 left just to see if I match up with Bryan anywhere. Love for Sale.
Nope.
The Facts of Life.
Nope.
Slippery People.
Ooh, God, that's one of the ones I kicked myself for not
Yeah.
being able to include. I only because I wanted it to be an obscure douchebag. I went with Girls Want to Be with the Girls.
Oh my God, I had that one. I had that one for such a long time.
Because
God damn
again,
it.
I would have just put all of Stop Making Sense and Speaking in Tongues, the songs that
damn it.
weren't played. Stop Making
See,
Sense.
I think is it Tentative Decisions where he says the same thing about the girls want to be with the girls, and the damn, I can't even think of it. I feel like it's Tentative Decision.
Oh no, wait, I have one more. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Because we jumped around a lot. The ones that we all matched. I did actually include Listening Wind, the
Which
closing track
which I
from not the
didn't.
closing track, but second to last track on Remain in Light. It's so good. It's a weird song. It's another one of those.
Yeah.
All right, so we got 5 through. That's really good. So we're halfway there. We've got Cross-Eyed and Painless.
Absolutely.
This Must
Yeah.
Be the Place.
Mm-hmm.
Wild Wild Life. Road to Nowhere. And Dream Operator. Those ones are through.
All right.
That's a weird fifth. I have to absolutely get behind the Stop Making Sense version of Psycho Killer.
I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not. You guys are the ones that had it. I didn't, so I'm all.
Yeah.
I'm all.
No,
for-
I'm all for Stop Making Sense version of Psycho Killer. Definitely.
All right, so let's go ahead.
Especially since that was my second intro.
Go ahead and slide that one through. So we've only got 4 more, and these are the ones that we have left to work with. The Big Country, Girlfriend is Better, Once in a Lifetime, Memories Can't Wait, Heaven, Nothing But Flowers, Life During Wartime, and Found a Job. Now,
Yeah.
It's like Sophie's Choice right
do any of them not belong?
now. Big Country maybe. Only
Well,
because I
because
love the other ones.
I was going to say, because you've got Nothing But Flowers.
I would cut Big Country for Flowers.
Yeah, that's the other song I would go to.
That one's a little bit more up there. Big Country's a little slower.
Yeah.
And unless you want to lull in your top 10.
All right, so we'll put Flowers through. So that brings us to 7. So we need to get 3. So we've got 6 left. We've got Girlfriend is Better, Once in a Lifetime, Memories Can't Wait, Heaven, Life During Wartime, and Found a Job.
All right. My 3 are going to be Heaven, Girlfriend is Better, and Between Life During Wartime or Found a Job. Life During Wartime, I guess, or my picks for 3. But
I'm good with Life During Wartime as well. I mean,
Let's put that one through. I had Girlfriend is Better as well. Is there one? Once in a Lifetime, Memories Can't Wait, Heaven. See, I also had, out of these, I had Girlfriend is Better, Once in a Lifetime, and Memories Can't Wait. Heaven was really close for me, though. Like, I wanted to put Heaven through. How are you feeling, James?
well, I put Heaven in my honorables, but that works. Everyone knows Once in a Lifetime, so I was playing the game.
Right.
I would go with Heaven.
I would go with Heaven as well.
All right, let's prop that one through.
And then tomorrow, when everyone looks at this list and goes, "What the fuck? No Once in a Lifetime?" We'll say, "Look, did you listen or did
Well, that's
you
because
not?"
they already know that song. They don't have to get
Yeah.
introduced to that song.
So let's pull that one out then.
It's like telling somebody to go listen to I Want to Be Sedated. Or to go listen to the Ramones. Like, you already know that song. You've heard it.
All right, so we're down to the last 3. We only have 1 spot left. Girlfriend is Better, Memories Can't Wait, and Found a Job. I had the first 2, and I'm the one who didn't have Found a Job.
Girlfriend is Better.
Bryan and I had Girlfriend is Better.
And I had Memories Can't
And
Wait.
you had Memories Can't Wait. You and I had Memories Can't Wait.
Yeah. Girlfriend is Better is a little funkier, a little more upbeat. Memories Can't Wait, even though I put it in my top, I can't play it off the top of my head right now. And Found a Job, of course, is in one of my honorables.
So it sounds like Memories Can't Wait is the one that's going to go for sure.
I will cry, but yes.
So that leaves us Girlfriend is Better and Found a Job.
Even like I feel like if I pick Found a Job, I'm just gonna be like, oh, it's because I named myself after it. But Girlfriend is Better is my second favorite Talking Head song. So
It looks like we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 from the live record.
I feel like this is going to be, well, just like the last time I was here when I was fighting for Dan Behar and Matt was just like, yeah, he's okay, but come on, Nico Case. The whole list is Nico Case.
Yeah. So, I don't know. On that, I almost feel like we have to go Girlfriend is Better.
I'm fine with whatever. I mean, there's not a bad Talking Head song.
No.
I Found a Job then, I guess, right? Was that one? Was that the other one?
That was
the other one.
That was one. I mean, if you want the
You said we have 4 from Stop Making Sense? The versions?
Yeah, Cross-Eyed and Painless,
Yeah.
Psycho Killer, Life During Wartime, Heaven. And then Found a Job is the live one, and I have Girlfriend is Better as the album version.
I'm fine either way.
and it's almost like we should flip something.
It's on you, James.
It's on me.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna leave it to this D&D dice. All right, everyone pick a number.
How many sides is it?
It's 10.
10.
All right, let's go with this.
Well, I mean,
I don't know, whatever.
odds is one and evens the other.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
Odds and evens.
Okay, so we'll do odds. Odds will be Found a Job. Evens will be Girlfriend is Better.
Okay. 8.
Evens was Girlfriend is Better. It's through.
All right.
There's-
That's kind of how I felt.
Nice.
Was if it was
Yeah.
if it was going to go one way, it needed to go that way.
Well, it's a deprogrammed first. We officially rolled a dice
Yeah.
to get song number 10. We did really well though. Like
Yeah.
we had 5 that got in unanimously. I feel
I didn't
like
get mad at anybody.
there was
No.
no extraneous negotiations. Although sometimes like the Doors episode was like it was down to the wire, and that's why the weird naked Indian guy came through and
Yeah.
kind of stole the last 20 minutes.
It's the Doors.
He does that. You know what? While you say that, and I saw a lot of like they're way overrated, and I don't know. I didn't feel that like that. It was a discovery for me. I felt like they were rated. You know what I mean? I feel like they were right where they should be. I wouldn't. I'm not one who's gonna like heap a shit ton of praise on them, but I enjoyed them just fine.
I understand both sides of the argument.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I would agree that they are a little overrated, but I think that they deserve to be overrated, I guess.
Yeah.
Because I mean, there wasn't a band that sounded like that at the time. I think that they're a victim of their time with the drug era of the '60s, the late '60s. But yeah.
Again, I didn't feel I enjoyed listening to the Doors, and it was a fun week, and then the weird naked Indian guy came in.
Yeah.
Stole 20 minutes of the show. Let's hope he didn't steal any of tonight's show. Great time, gentlemen.
Yeah.
I really
Yeah.
enjoyed. This was one of the ones where I actually learned a lot. You know, a lot of the times, like I feel like I can hang. There was no hanging for me here. Like I did not have the knowledge on this band at all, and I feel like I did all right though with my choices, and I really enjoy this top 10. I'm looking forward to actually going back and now with this knowledge I know about them, giving them another listen, and looking forward to that.
Real quick, I want to say
Sure.
the song "Psycho Killer" is the inspiration for the song "Cop Killer" from Body Count. So, Talking Heads have influenced almost everybody.
Oh,
So there we
look
go.
at that. Next week we're doing Outcast.
Oh shit!
Oh Jesus.
Damn.
Yeah. Looking forward to that.
Who's that one?
It's going to be Katie, Sarah, and Rudy.
Man.
So it's going to be a
love
fun time.
Outcast.
Yeah, man. Like I haven't dove in a while. And last time I checked in was Idlewild. I don't know if they've come out with anything since.
No, they're done.
Yeah, they're done.
So, okay, so I haven't missed anything.
Idlewild
That's good news.
had a couple good songs on it.
It wasn't good, but it had a couple.
Yeah, it was fine.
Yeah.
It had a couple that I liked, and at that point, that's all I needed. So, looking forward to that. So we'll see you guys next week. And with that being said, Talking Heads, learn them, love them, people. We'll see you next week.